Do you catch the code? Does the code catch you? It's a real question.
I mean, you think that there's a higher percentage just for you to catch it than anybody else? I don't know what you mean.
I don't think you understand. I'm saying, do you catch the code? Does the code catch you?
This is where you insert the Russell Westbrook meme. Like, what? What are you talking about, man?
Think about it.
No. What the fuck does that mean?
Welcome to the One Up Podcast. I am your host, El Caballo, a.k.a. Tony. Here with some of my nearest and dearest. I got Doe.
Damn,
man. Yo, can I finish the intro for y'all cut and derail me off rip, my nigga?
Why you saying y'all? There's one person who did that.
Because I felt it in your voice as well. Y'all niggas, this is...
My mic was on mute.
Shit is ridiculous. I'm skipping over you. Here, we got Mateo in the building.
What's going on, Tony?
And I got Pucho in the building.
How are you doing, Doey?
Damn,
I'm doing great.
Derailment.
Thank you for asking. I appreciate that.
Nah, you fucked your shit up when you derailed me.
It's a derailment?
Yeah, it's an early derailment. Our guests want to hear me call out y'all names. That's what they want to hear.
Some would say that some of us can't afford the luxury of waiting for that.
The client was waiting for that shit yesterday.
Oh, the fuck that means. And we got
no
Pooch
time
in the
to waste.
building.
What's going on, my brother?
I'll skip over Doe. Mateo.
Tony's disheveled. He's like, he doesn't know what the fuck.
Nah, I just feel like this is gonna be a derailment episode. I'm just gonna have to keep bringing this shit back into fucking straight line and order. Fucking no, Doe. No, we're not asking you shit. Just hold that bottle in your hand. That's what we're doing tonight. Mateo, how was your weekend?
My week and weekend.
Well, week. How was your week?
You know, it was all right. It's Thanksgiving. I didn't have the spoons, so I didn't do a lot for Thanksgiving. It's been a mental health week. Let's call it that. But I did purchase Red Dead Redemption 2, so I'm finally playing that game after, however many years.
Yo, throw that share play on.
You said that, and you weren't even in the party or anything earlier. We were playing some Overcooked this week. That's where Overcooked 1 is so much harder than Overcooked 2. That game got significantly easier in the sequel for some reason. We're struggling.
Damn, that sucks.
I mean, that customer, he wanted his onion soup yesterday. So...
Yo, Jesus single-handedly had me. Yo, I told him about that yesterday shit, and he ran with it.
Oh, dude, he was killing me. And half the time he was just standing there spinning in circles, yelling at the rest of us about how late the dish was.
Yeah, Tony, I needed you there. Doey and Jesus were just standing around. Me and Mateo were in there frantic. Jesus was in there barking orders. And I swear Doey was over there in the corner, probably just packing a bowl, just chilling in the corner. Like, hey, man, he was washing dishes, though. Doey was on dish duty often. That was about it.
Doey likes doing the dishes. I remember last time we played, he was doing the dishes. I was on some fucking expediting shit. Like, I'm out here giving you this, giving you that, bringing this, bringing that. Doe didn't have the dishes. I'm slapping Doe. Give me the dishes and moving shit around.
Yo. Some people would say that multitasking is not an easy thing.
It is.
Some would say multitasking is impossible.
It is impossible.
Imposible.
Only for those who use only half their brains. I use the full brain capacity.
And you use none of it on speaking English.
That is also a fact.
Yeah, people who say multitasking is impossible, that shit's a technicality. Even computers can't multitask. They do one thing at a time. They just do everything so quickly.
And efficiently.
They give everything a little bit of time that it feels like, simultaneous. But same thing. It's like, cut up those vegetables and then hand it to me. Is that multitasking? Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe it's doing one thing right after the other. But people just standing around, watching people shit. Jesus burned down the kitchen. He had 3 stoves on fire.
It was impressive. It was in like the first 5 seconds of one of those levels.
Yo, Jesus sucks. I think he just wanted to be like the management version of Overcooked, where he just sits there and yells, and everybody else has to do the job. That's what it is. That's all it is.
I was the Gordon Ramsay of the kitchen. Jesus was like the servers that keep coming in and yelling at the cooks to like hurry up and get the food out. It was funny.
How was your week, Pooch?
It's pretty good, you know. Thanksgiving and all that. Spent some time with family and shit. I had a good day today too, you know. Just had a family day, you know. Took my daughter to the park, hung out with some family and shit. It was just chill.
Yeah, we missed you over here.
Yeah, I watched all of Arcane. Good show.
I finished it too today.
Some would say that you should only watch half of it.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you watch half, you'd be capable of saying whether you like the show or not. Yeah. Dowie thinks you need to watch 100% of a TV show before you share an opinion about it. Imagine getting through 17 seasons of Grey's Anatomy and then finding out there's an 18th season coming out. Dowie's like, don't share that opinion with me, baby. You better wait for that 18th season.
That's just terrible.
That show's still going.
All the Game of Thrones fans are agreeing with Dowie right now.
Yeah. There's everybody loved Game of Thrones, and them last seasons, everybody's like, "Fuck that show, fuck George R. R. Martin." Yeah, it wasn't his fault.
I think going off the books was their biggest. Like that was the worst thing they could have done.
George R. R. Martin,
that man doesn't want to write. He wants to do everything else to write. He's making a fucking video game. He's got so bored of writing.
Maybe he has writer's block.
He does. He got a blog. He blogs like two times a week or something. End of every post, he says, "Yep, I'm writing Winds of Winter." But sometimes he says, "Yeah, I went through 6 months where I couldn't write a chapter." You're like, "Oh shit, this guy's fucked."
That writer's block is serious.
It is serious, bro. For people who write and stuff like that and create, it's not easy to do that shit. I think he's probably been writing forever.
I wonder
his entire life.
Then what about Stephen King? That man writes 500 books every single year without fail.
Maybe he's figured it out.
That nigga has to be on substance, some type of substance that just gets him going through it. Because
he's clean now. He does. There are like several books. I think Carrie's one of them, or Firestarter one of them. Stephen King says he has no memory of that book. Maybe it's Cujo that he's like, I don't remember writing this book at all. I was so blitzed out on cocaine way back then.
Damn.
The 80s was a different time, man. And Carrie might have been older. It's like 70s, I think.
Yeah, I think he got clean after he got run over by the van.
Run over by a van?
Yeah.
He liked to ride bikes too, though, in New York City. So
wait, you dead ass?
It wasn't in New York, but no, he got run over by a van.
I think he was walking.
He writes about it in the Gunslinger, the Dark Tower saga. Actually, like I think it's like book 6 or 7. He puts it. He's in the story himself as himself. He gets real weird with it.
That's awesome.
Spoilers, okay? For probably, it's like Game of Thrones and the Dark Tower are like probably my 2 favorite book series. It's really A Song of Ice and Fire for the book snobs, right? But I'm gonna call it Game of Thrones because people understand it. Not only did he get hit by a car, he wrote it into the story that he was getting hit by a car, and he wrote it into the story that the characters heard a prophecy that he was going to get into an accident. Jesus. So the characters had to go to where Stephen King was and prevent him from dying in this car crash. So the characters in the book save Stephen King, so that Stephen King only like breaks his hip or some shit. And then he decides to continue writing the story, because if he stopped writing the story, then the world would end for the book characters. So the book characters exited the book into the real world and prevented Stephen King's death so that Stephen King could continue writing their story.
Yo.
I never thought about it, but that's got some never-ending story vibes too.
Yeah.
Got to finish reading the story, otherwise everyone dies in the book.
Yeah.
Also, in comedies, Mel Brooks did that very well, broke the fourth wall, and then was able to continue telling a story. I think that's like incredible when you could do that.
Yeah, Coheed and Cambria's third album is exactly about that. The characters exit the book or they contact the god who's really just the writer of the comic book or whatever.
Huh.
Yeah. What about you, Dill?
Cool.
How was your Thanksgiving?
I worked, so I didn't get to do nothing. But I got some plates given to me today and yesterday. So I'm not gonna lie, I got to try a kind of a variety of food from different people. I've got to admit, not too huge of a fan of cranberry because what do I have, a UTI or something? What is this? But some of the
So only people with UTIs drink cranberry?
I mean, it's important to do that when you have a UTI.
Allegedly.
Whatever it touched was pretty good. The ham touched the cranberry. I was like,
oh my God.
I'm telling you, dude, ham and turkey, you need that little bit of that cranberry sweetness.
yeah, I was like,
So
even the potatoes, I was like, this is not bad.
So you mix hot with cold food on your plate?
No, I told them to heat it up.
I mix hot and cold food on my plate.
No.
The cranberry sauce was hot?
Yeah, it was a little bit warm. Yeah, because I told her to throw it in the microwave because I didn't have a microwave to wipe it.
Doe has this thing to where he doesn't like to put cold shit with hot shit to eat.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of, especially at Chipotle, that it just ends up tasting it like it doesn't matter what you order at Chipotle. If you get it all on top of each other, for some reason it just all tastes the same. It doesn't matter what type of meat you get, and I was tired of that. If you like get your cold and your hot separated, it tastes a little better. My opinion.
My boss has told me about some of his in-laws like superstitions they have that are kind of like super old school. And one of them is if you mix hot food and cold food, you'll get sick because you can't mix both in your stomach without throwing off your body temperature or something like that.
Wow. I mean, maybe back in the day. I don't know about now.
I don't think there's any validity to it, but that's
What a
something
fucking
they swear by.
lunatic.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's like 80% of the population that swears to God. If it's cold outside and you don't wear a jacket, they're like, oh, put on a jacket. You're going to get sick. It's like,
I think
cold
that
don't
might
make you
be,
sick, baby.
I mean, what level of cold? You go outside right now without a jacket and start walking around, you're going to get sick. I would think.
You're not going to like catch a fucking cold. It's like, you know,
But like your body temperature is going to drop. You could
Do you
almost
catch
die.
a cold?
yeah, I
or
mean,
does
like
the
if you
cold
get
catch you?
hypothermia, that's different. Like that's like you're dying. Like,
So like, I don't know. What
like
would
people
be
say like if you go outside without like a jacket or something when it's like cold outside, like you're gonna get like the flu or you're gonna get like a cold. Like you get that from germs, not from cold temperature.
Do you catch?
Granted, the cold weather will lower your immune system. So like your chance of catching a cold or like a flu bug from someone that you interact with is higher,
Is
allegedly.
that true? The cold lowers your immune system?
That's what I've always heard. It might be one of those fake things though. Now,
That's
now
another.
that you're
That's
questioning
another lunatic shit. And I just want to ask: do you catch the cold? Does the cold catch you? It's a real question.
I mean, you think that there's a higher percentage just for you to catch it than anybody else? I don't know.
No,
What
I
you
don't
mean.
think. I don't think you understand. I'm saying, do you catch the cold? Does the cold catch you?
This is where you insert the Russell Westbrook meme. Like what? What are you talking about, man?
Think about it.
No. What the fuck does that mean?
You just said, yo, you're gonna catch a cold. You don't want to catch the cold. The cold catches you. It latches onto you and makes you sick.
You know, there's this song. I forget which song it is. I think it's Money. And there's this lyric in that song that bothers me because I forget who the artist is, but she says, "I had to grind like Kobe just to shine like Russell." And I thought that was a kind of fucked up thing because Russell Westbrook is a damn good player too. It's not like it's a bad thing to have to work hard just to shine like Russell Westbrook.
So I got disappointed when you said Money. I immediately jumped to the Pink Floyd song.
Me too. But then I realized you're talking about Cardi B.
It's not Cardi B.
No?
No, it's
Couldn't
something with
even
an L.
imagine.
You're gonna have me thinking now.
Nah, just focus on the pod.
So
I found
so
it
Tony,
hilarious. I found it hilarious that I'm like, imagine Pink Floyd with the fucking lyric. Like, you gotta grind like Kobe Bryant. I'm like, all right, this ain't Pink Floyd. I don't know what the fuck this shit is.
Wait. Don't go to the next topic yet. Or were you gonna do that?
like
No, we're gonna
Elite
give it to
47.
Tony.
I've heard of her.
Yeah, she's got a
heard
song
of her.
called Money. It's good. Hey, Tony, so how much of that leftover bread did you have for Thanksgiving since that's your favorite leftover?
Yeah, some would say that it's the best leftover, just the bread.
I just want to tell you right now.
Some would say bread's a leftover.
The bread that I had was fantastic.
Shout out to Mike Nichols, good friend from high school.
Y'all let me know when I
Commented,
can
he
speak.
had the exact same question.
Shit is
Is
this
bread
shit is
leftover?
ridiculous. To the fans of the One Up podcast, I apologize for the ignorance of these people that I host this show with, because this shit is ridiculous. The derailments, the cutoffs, just too much for me tonight. Just a little too much. But my Thanksgiving
Some would
was
say
good.
that it's not appreciated.
Oh my fucking God. My Thanksgiving was good. I had the bread with all the meats and all the salads and all that, and I loved it, and I enjoyed every single bit of it. Boom. Now y'all can go ahead and talk.
Did you make a big Scooby Doo sandwich?
Yeah, I did.
Scooby Doo.
Were you with family on Thanksgiving?
I was with family, Pooch.
Not fake family, like real family?
Real family. Man, Pucho texted me with some praha. I also, I just want to throw out there to the guests. I had some of y'all message me. Couple words here real quick. We're just going to decipher for everybody. Praha means pressure. Putting pressure on someone any way, shape, or form. Twitch is where Doe and Pucho, for example, are in a conversation of something, and then some way, somehow, Pucho flips it on me, and now the conversation's on me. That's a Twitch. Mind you. The other one, what's the word that Jesus, that was a weird word, fucking it. What was the word that Jesus said that his coworker was like, yo, what are you saying? Oh, it was praha?
Yeah.
Was it praha? I thought
Tell
it was
them what
another
dike
one.
means.
Oh, dike means like that's a lie, like you're lying, like, yeah, right, like dike, like, oh, I got a 14-inch cock, dike, like that's like it sound like yeah, right, nigga, like you don't got it.
It's one of those Dominican words that have like 11 meanings, because it could mean just like
So and so said.
Like, exactly. So and so said, or it could be just like a filler word, like how Tony just used it a second ago. He was like, "What did Jesus say?" The and he was just thinking, like trying to right. Yeah, but it has like 11,000 meanings. But really, the funniest is just like supposedly. Like that's like what it means, right?
But dike is way better. So this is words that just sound better in Spanish. I don't know what it is. It sounds better. But continuing on, yeah. So my Thanksgiving was good. I had time with my family and stuff. All my son Luca met all his cousins. They're all roughly around the same age, so that was pretty cool. We took pictures with all of them young, because it's the first time they're all together and shit. So, we'll see next time if we're all for Thanksgiving next year. See how they all grown up and take pictures and shit. And it's always a good time to spend time with family. Real family, not fake family.
None of that fake shit.
But yeah, I enjoyed my time. And it was great. I hope everybody else had a good time. I was supposed to go meet up with Brian, but I didn't make it. Brian was at the crib. Shout outs to Brian. Hit me up. I think I had mad bottles. Couldn't make it. My bad, B. My bad. But real quick before we move on, I do want to say...
Hold on. If anybody has Paramount Plus, South Park just released the post-COVID episode. It's like an hour long. Quite possibly the best episode they've released in a few years. Check that out. Fantastic. All right.
My favorite part about this is when the COVID episode came out, Dowie said it's the best episode South Park has ever made. And then when the COVID special part 2 came out, he said the exact same thing.
They keep one-upping themselves. They're only one-upping.
Now you're getting a third COVID special.
Mm-hmm. They're all grown-ups. It's so funny. For some reason, everybody in the future keeps reminding them that it's the future. So their doorbell is ringing and they said, "This is the doorbell in the future. Someone's at your door." It's terrible.
You know what? I didn't realize that them signing this deal with Paramount Plus would mean that they were doing stupid things to SouthParkStudios.com. You know that they used to have it where you could watch every single South Park episode on SouthParkStudios.com. It makes sense they don't do that anymore since they're charging for Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
But it's still kind of disappointing.
Yeah. Because you can only watch it on Paramount Plus too, which is pretty stupid. But the show must go on, Tony, right?
You tell me, boss.
I think it just did.
Anyways, like I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted by these
Why are
savages.
you so offended?
Another derailment. That's number 5 for the day.
Just
And
so
it's
mad.
not gonna end. It's not gonna end,
Be
folks.
happy, my brother. Be
I am
positive.
super happy.
All that negativity is going to weigh down your life. It's going to be like a poison.
We only
Also-
believe in positivity down here on the bottom squares.
Yeah. No criticisms from us. No, nothing like
That's
that.
the biggest lie. You guys are the most bottom feeders. My bad. I mean, bottom people.
Also, don't forget to remind the followers the special episode that we have coming out.
Can I do that though?
But just don't forget.
Let me know.
as long
Let me
as
know
you
when I
do
can
it.
do that because that's literally what I was gonna do. Literally.
go.
Thank you, sir. Anyways,
You know what's
Oh,
crazy is that we actually
shit.
write every single episode, and this is all in the script. It's crazy stuff.
Yeah, whenever we want, if we're ever interested in having a guest on, we have them read an entire script to figure out if they would fit in well. Usually they don't, so we haven't had any guests on. So do with that what you will.
this is gonna be a long one. All right, ladies and gentlemen, to all the fans out there, if you haven't subscribed or if you're new to the channel, new to the page, please hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell button. Get notified when we dropping these hot fire videos. Share with your friends. Share with your sister, your brother, your grandmother, your father, your cousins, your uncle, your dog, your cat, your whoever the fuck. Just share it. Like it.
Should we
We're on
also
all-
just walk out in the middle of the street and be like, "The One Up fucking podcast"?
On Times Square for sure.
Also, for all the fans right now, the derailment has reached level 6. From this point forward, I am going to make a recording for a train that's getting derailed. And every time they derail me, I'm going to hit that button. It's going to make a sound effect. Going forward, this is what I'm going to be doing. I don't even know where I left. Oh, we're on all audio platforms, by the way. Spotify, Amazon, Apple, Podbean, I don't know. Are we on Pandora yet? Fuck, why did it take us so long? This is ridiculous.
Review. We're on Google Podcasts. We're on fucking Amazon.
Why aren't we on SoundCloud?
Continue, Tony.
For the fans,
We don't acknowledge that.
for the fans, Pooja just took a shit on the screen. This shit was hilarious. But yeah, we're on all audio platforms. Please follow, share, like us. If you rather see our face, that's awesome. We're on YouTube. Subscribe there. Hit the bell, like I said. But furthermore, let's get into these topics real quick, man.
You did not
So-
mention the special episode we're going to be on.
Go ahead, Doe. Mention the special episode.
Well, since you don't want to do it, we have a special episode coming up. I don't know if it's going to be posted on our page simultaneously with her, but I think it's going to be on her page. We are going to be guests on Crystal D. Smith's podcast, The Game Junkies. It's gonna be very fun, much shorter than our normal episodes, so it should be like a nice watch, and it's a new format, So I think you guys should be very excited about this. It's gonna be good. Crystal seems like a really cool person, and I'm excited for this. So I hope you guys get excited too, because it's gonna be our way to be on somebody else's time and their wave, and and we get to see what that's like.
It's gonna be really weird for me.
I hope she's good at wrangling cats so she can actually keep us all on topic.
It's gonna be really weird for me because me being the CEO, me having to follow somebody else's time is gonna throw me off a little bit.
I know, right? Like Tony owns his own business. He owns his own house. He doesn't have to talk to anybody about anything. He doesn't have a boss. He doesn't have to talk to his wife about this. No, he just unilaterally makes any choices that he wants. Okay?
I like that Damon Dash shit. Like, here, my son sells cookies.
He's his own boss. So stupid.
I was about to fucking quote Dame Dash.
As soon as Pucho said he doesn't gotta be a boss and this and that, I was like, it's all I think about that shit. That was classic.
But doubling back though, Crystal, she got her own YouTube channel, The Game Junkie Show. She's also on some audio streaming platforms. I don't know which, probably the major ones, I'd assume. I know she just recently did an audio podcast like within the last month or so.
We'll drop a link below.
Yeah, we're definitely going to drop a link so you guys can go ahead and follow, like her page. She's on Twitter, like we said. She's real good people. She also helped us ban somebody off of Twitter, her and her followers. So it was major. Cool people.
Yeah, I don't know if we ever talked about that drama, but apparently we're too brown, too ghetto.
We talked about it. We were doing shots that night, though. That's when we had so many technical difficulties.
That guy, that was the bad guy. And we also gave him the first one down of the One Up podcast. Remember that?
Right. How could I forget?
Can't forget about that. But